What up, Schmoedown rockers? Holy shit. No, hold on. Nope. Gonna take you right into the danger zone. We'll talk about that in a minute. Also, apparently horror exhibition happened. I forgot about that as well. A couple weeks ago, and now it's finally airing. And I liked it for what it was, what they were trying to do. All three competitors were fine. I slightly feel bad for Drew having to be lumped in against players like Collins and Bibbs, but you know, I mean, it's exhibition. It is what it is, and so on and so forth. So, but anyways, it looks like since we got nothing left in Star Wars, at this point, Gold Leader, you're our only hope. And you came through. Holy crap. I'm going to feel bad for either Ace or Sullivan. Well, hold on. Unless you're facing Harper, then that's going to be even more interesting. Oh boy. It's going to be an interesting semifinal when that happens. We got one more match, I think, and I'm guessing that's going to be the match that was the most anticipated between Sullivan and Cabrera. Cabrera having more to prove. So does Sullivan after her loss to Marie Wilson. But, yeah. And given Marie Wilson's did play sort of well, just not well enough. It was more, once again, a similar situation that it always seems to have with the first round, in her case. But yeah, it was, other than that, it pretty much was a tight enough match, and Gold Leader pretty much proved why he deserves to be here. As a Star Wars player, and it's looking like Gucci's doing well, and that is until apparently it's a match that I wasn't expecting to see. I was expecting another Star Wars match, finally finish up round one, but I guess we're going back to some normal matches till we find some other tournaments to happen. Aside from that, we do get the finals, and now we have at the very least things are set up, but it turns out there's something else that apparently having pay-per-view. I don't know if I should spoil, but it's going to wind up happening for those in the Facebook chat, so it's something I have to address. Probably. Or at least it's going to get addressed eventually. Apparently, it's something I feel like I'm going to have to address. Everything else I will not spoil. But this is something that is of somewhat importance and will affect later pay-per-view, because it does affect what happened with this tournament, of who is facing corruption, and that pay-per-view that match would be the undercard for, which seems like maybe they're not going to be the undercard. I'm not sure at this point, but yeah, Danger Zone did it. Also, Taylor Robinson versus Greg Alba. The thing is, Greg Alba, coming off of a loss of having pushed Kalinowski to the limits, that he needed to force Kalinowski to finally step up his freaking game and get out of the ring rust that he clearly had a lot of when facing Smash for that title. At the Spectacular 4. So this is the first time he's finally not only in contention, and plus he's in contention for that match, which we'll talk about later in another Schmoedown Rocks. I think this is 112. I gotta double check later. But anyways, also, it's starting to get hot. It's starting to feel like summer now. But yes, was a needed Danger Zone win. And we'll talk more about that later. But it turns out, reasons and Draco's retired. Now, I don't know if this means his retirement was supposed to take place before, or if they already pre-recorded said match between Shazam and them. So, or what? Or if that's going to have to be announced that was pre-recorded. So luckily we'll still get to see that match happen. I don't know. Or if it's already too little too late and Draco already had to throw in his announcement. That he had to temporarily, for the rest of the season, retire, which would basically mean Odd Couple would have to break up as a team or be forced to forfeit the belts. Or maybe there's a chance that they do get a chance to play this one match and maybe they didn't retain the belts, but if they did, then that's going to make it even more awkward, which means they'd have to forfeit the belts anyway. So I don't know what happens with that, but that does affect the main event for Battlefield. I'm not sure if that now means that the number of contendership's the main event and they're going to have to change an undercard. I don't know, but it seems Odd Couple is not going to be able to defend their belts. And it does kind of leave an asterisk towards between Odd Couple and Shazam. And hopefully we'll finally get the actual match we were supposed to get between the two of them one of these days. And plus it sucks even more, but since they're not going to have to worry about a potential possibility of facing JTE at this moment, Plus, it doesn't help in Snyder's case because of his previous loss to Merle. Boy. But, you know, I feel bad for I kind of want to feel bad for him, but, you know, it's up against Dungeon, so that's such a thing. But, and apparently that whole match, it seemed for a brief moment I thought Gucci was going to pull it, even though he had some issues. I think the bigger issue was the miscommunication in round 2, and I think she got too far in her own head, and she should have at least put up one, repeat the question, and given herself more time to get that 3-pointer, so it would have forced Alba to answer his 5, if I'm not mistaken, so that at the very least, you'd have known if he could have gotten that 5 and forced her to get the 5, and it'd been a different story, as opposed to her having to go to her 5, which was an impossible thing, because I wouldn't have known that because I'd never seen the movie of a Bloodsport, or Bloodshot, I think, the one Vin Diesel attempting to be the said character. But anyways, which was, I think, the last movie that I actually got to be in a theater until the pandemic hit, so funny enough. But yeah, I feel bad for Robinson, and once again it seems the curse of the curse of the ladies when it comes to the Finstock Exchange seems, because for the most part Gucci's never actually, as a manager, has ever managed any ladies up until those stasis of things since the new era, and since then none of the ladies have ever won a match. You know, there's a potential possibility the other lady in this can, and I thought the way it stacked up this time, it could have. Maybe he wasn't as worried because he knew he didn't have the touch when it came, for lack of a better phrase, when it comes to that. And it seems that it's become an issue for him. I hope he gets over it. And it seemed like almost he wanted to try to. He was actually trying to work things out. And have a different approach towards the ladies as an actual manager, as opposed to his more male dominant portions of the Finstock Exchange, where he can go off. And he wanted to do good for Robinson, and wanted to fix the Finstock curse that the ladies seem to have, or at least any ladies that have been a part of Finstock Exchange at the time of their matches, not getting any W's because of it. So we'll see. I'm trying to remember the other lady. She was doing great in the free-for-all, and it shows that she might be the one that can break the curse and not have Finstock's voodoo of not being able to be or maybe he needs to break the curse and get Queen Gucci to come out and actually be a assistant manager and manage the ladies themselves, as opposed to him, and maybe the curse will be broken. I don't know. But yeah, Gucci, you need to figure out a way to, you know, not only fix you came this Costa a lot closer in comparison to the way things turned out last season with the ladies. Plus Stacy just did her thing, and I feel bad for Grey Drake. Grey Drake could have been better off, and just Sabrina, Maybe she'll do better. Maybe she just needed to. Who knows if Koi's perfect for her or not in terms of management, or if she, because. And I really want to talk about the pay-per-view so badly, but I'm gonna be nicer and wait it out till that becomes public. Because oh boy, what a pay-per-view for what it was, at least. So I had some wins and losses, and we had some wins and losses. We'll just put it that way. I shouldn't even said that, but anyways. What did you guys think of the matches that I've mentioned and all that stuff? And I'm very happy with my Danger Zone. I'm in the next one. I'm gonna have to talk about something, but I don't think I need to worry about it yet because we're still in the running, I think. And I think this coming week is another that Battlefield pay-per-view. I'm not entirely sure, but overall, I enjoyed the way the matches were. Yeah. I was more surprised. I mean, especially for getting opponent's choice, she did well. Which, honestly, I think she was confident enough to just stick with Batman. And I think Gucci just should have let her do that. Even instead. But, yeah. Because she wanted with opponent's choice when she shouldn't have. And she was smart to stick with, allow the ladies to just go with their women's intuition. Let me tell you, you need to do that. But anyways, what did you guys think of the matches that we did have up to this point? That's minus pay-per-view, all that. But yeah, I had to say sorry. I had to say something about it. I'll probably mention it again in the next one, and more details having come forth from it. But yeah, that's what I had to say something, because it's gonna get mentioned in the Facebook pages, and it's gonna be harder to ignore anyway, because it was something that's a major thing that's gonna have to affect this coming pay-per-view that I would like to talk about. I mean, pay-per-view and stuff, and you know, it's something that's gonna have to be mentioned and stuff like that. So, anyways, what did you think of all these matches and the exhibition included? That was in that thing that Skybound was doing for horror-themed stuff, since it's, you know, involves Kirkman and his stuff, and Kirkman was an announcer, which was cool. But anyways, what did you guys think of the matches? Leave a comment below, let me know. Rock that like button, thrust your mess, hit the subscribe button, link in the description to both to be a part of the dungeon. The Facebook page is there, at least, that I started is there. Also, I think Smith still has a GoFundMe that's available, so that link's still there as well. If you have to copy and paste it on the URL, then do so, see if it works. Also, like and follow me on my Facebook page, link in the description. You can see me around Twitch and stereo, possibly. More so Twitch, with FCL and all that. Links to that are there as well. As always, guys, keep it around, keep it rocking. Other things will eventually come around for the channel, until either next Run on Rocks or whatever else I got going. Since theaters are opening, I'm going to try to play catch up on a lot of other films that apparently my buddies have, at least see 2 films that are hopefully still in a theater somewhere that my buddies have seen, and I want to go out and see those separately, I guess, and then have a chance to talk about it and be able to talk about it with them, and then also see some other films I need to see as well. And hopefully I can also finally talk about the Marvel movies as well. I just can't think of what other films I want to see. I need to get back in the moment of it, because in terms of my movie portion of my brain, is kind of feeling stale and stagnant, and I need to do something with that. And plus with 2021 is, music-wise, has not been looking as awesome as it should be. Or at least nothing's hitting me, especially given the past 2 years. I'm still going to do this, but it's making me wonder if I got to look into some alt country or something. Or look at other places. You know? But anyways, what do you guys think? Leave a comment. Like I said, comment below me. So, as guys, keep your Andy, keep your real, keep your rockin'. If you hold on, this is Rockin' Movies with Tyler. I'm Tyler. If you smell what the movie trivia Schmoedown rocks. Skybound Entertainment, so on and so forth. The Dungeon, home of the five-time singles belt champion, Dangerous Dan Murrell. Murrell, and the rest of the dungeon is cooking. We dig it. Now can you dig that, sucker?